How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Night Owl. Today, we're going to be going over a video from a personal favorite of mine. This is Overlord DVD, aka Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. He puts out a lot of pop culture stuff. He's definitely privy on the culture wars, and he has a lot of inside baseball when it comes to Disney, Hollywood, and entertainment in general. And plus, he presents it in a really entertaining fashion. So we're gonna lock in, sit down, and enjoy this guy's video for a minute.
My friends, this is a great time to become a channel member. Every week now, I'm posting uncensored videos exclusively for my channel members, along with custom emojis and live streams for members at the Arch Villain level where you get to talk to me directly. Please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link in the video description and joining us in our fight to save pop culture. And also, check out our Patreon and subscribe star pages for exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, including Harvey Cthulhu's insane podcasts, photos of my vast toy collection, and members at the Legionnaire level receive a signed photo, membership card, and certificate signed by me. You'll find the Patreon link in the video description as well. Thanks for watching, my friends, and now on to the video. My friends, it pains me to make this video, but I saw something on X the other day that really rotted my armored ass, and I must comment on it because it so perfectly encapsulates the hypocrisy of the DEI crowd that masquerades as tolerance, virtue, and diversity. And the real kicker is, it comes from someone I genuinely admire, who has seemed to understand what entertainment is supposed to be in the past, and who nevertheless wrote one of the most cringe posts I have ever read. This post concerns the recent Avengers Doomsday trailers, specifically the fact that we have Captain America, the real Captain America, Chris Evans, Thor, the X-Men, and Robert Downey Jr. returning to star in the movie, and horror of horrors, they're all white males. Yes, my friends, there are a number of those out there on social media who are all bent out of shape that, oh no, it can't be. All these white males are going to star in a Marvel movie together? What about WandaVision and She-Hulk and Echo and Agatha all along and Shang-Chi and Ironheart and all those other complete and total failures that have driven the MCU to the brink of utter irrelevancy? Why can't the movie star Sam Wilson instead of Chris Evans? On and on and on, whine, whine, whine. Well, surprisingly, this post from X-Men 97 creator and showrunner Bo DeMayo echoes some of this nonsense, and I'm puzzled by it because I've made videos supporting Bo in the past, and I generally agree with his take on things, but this post is just painful to read. Check it out for yourselves, folks. Quote, "Also, let's be real about Avengers Doomsday. Trailer number 1, white male. Trailer number 2, white male. Trailer number 3, white male. Trailer number 4, a little sprinkle of black, but all."
Why does Hollywood hate white men so much? Like, I just they'll spend so much money and so much time breaking down all these well-established, well-loved white characters, and then they'll try to install like some feminist girl boss or some fucking black replacement theory fucking checkbox motherfucker. The movie will flop, the show will flop, nobody will like it, it'll just be garbage anyway. And it's not garbage because of black actors or women actors. There are plenty of great fucking movies with predominantly black cast and black show running actors. Like, look at Shaft, for instance, an old Sam Jackson movie. That shit was kick ass. And there's so many others, like the original Blade, dude. You can't go wrong with Wesley Snipes. Every Eddie Murphy movie from the 90s was fucking lit. E- Will Smith used to be a really respected action star, but I don't know, times change.
Also, white male. The fact folks think this isn't by design is the epitome of looking the other way. folks who look like me and those who don't have penises are not being invited to this movie.
And there you go, Marvel. The DEI crowd always bites the hand that feeds them, the very minute there's any deviation from their party line. Doesn't matter that Marvel basically threw itself on its sword all these years, flushing money down the toilet trying to appeal to the DEI crowd. The minute Marvel tries to make some money and actually reach out to fans, oh shit, watch out. They turn on you like pod people at the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The weird thing is, Harvey, I've never considered Bo DeMeo to be part of the DEI crowd. Quite the contrary, I've always considered him to be a very thoughtful creator. And yet, this is a terrible take. To say something like this leaves me stunned. To say that Marvel isn't inviting people of color and women to Avengers Doomsday because the trailers feature white men is essentially saying that white men weren't invited to movies starring women and people of color, right? Marvel went above and beyond trying to appeal to the DEI crowd for years and years, and the experiment failed. It just flat out failed because the DEI crowd didn't show up to support them. The DEI crowd is not Marvel's target audience. We are. Otherwise, Avengers Doomsday would feature the all-female Avengers, Shang-Chi, Sam Wilson, and Cap and Thor, and the X-Men would be distant memories. The fact that they're going back to what actually worked, to what actually sold tickets, is viewed as vile, unforgivable, deplorable by the very crowd they tried to appease and market to. I was stunned to read such a bad take, and many reacted the way I did, with absolute incredulity, sarcasm, and yes, even anger. Quote, Flames Advocate says, trailer number 1, one of the most popular characters. Trailer number 2, one of the most popular characters. Trailer number 3, one of the most popular characters. Trailer number 4, some of the most popular characters. Nicholas Husick says, even though the world is against it, sometimes a group of white males will be in the same place at the same time. I'll take that over some cringe scene in Endgame where all the female characters happen to gather together for a group pick on a massive battlefield. To which Bo replied, both are equally cringe-worthy.
Both are equally cringe-worthy? Seriously?
See, I don't understand how people like get away with thinking like that. Like it's one thing like if the entire group is featured and all the white dudes are on one side in a group and like the one black guy in the group is like fucking isolated, but that's never the fucking case at all. Like when it comes to movies like this. Like point out one movie where they've just like purposely segregated the cast just for that type of dramatic effect. Like unless it's like some woke DEI shit where they're constantly like, "Oh, black man better than white man. Oh, women better than man" type shit. Like there has never been like a good action movie or a good like sci-fi like male dominated type movie where they've like, "Oh, black guy over here because we just don't want to look at him." Like it's just not how it works. And like just to sit here and say that a group of individuals is cringy just because they're like the color of their skin and grouped up is just fucking wild.
What the hell is cringeworthy about white males being in the same place at the same time? Dude, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
This kind of thing is typical for the DEI crowd, but I'm surprised to hear it coming from Bo DeMeo, who is generally a voice of reason. But this vibe is out there on social media, folks. It's in the electronic air. It is infectious. Sadly, in a social justice movement that claims to embrace tolerance, there often seems to be an undertone of hatred and resentment toward white people, males in particular.
Nah, like if you're a straight white male, they hate you. They want to take everything from you. They want to kill you and they want to indoctrinate your children.
It's not enough to include minorities and those who have been underrepresented in the past. They want to exclude people on the basis of their gender and color. In other words, If you're a white male under this wannabe regime, well, you're shit out of luck. Others called this out, just as I'm doing, and correctly pointed out a few cold, hard facts. Quote, Huff says it's a business. All the movies without white males didn't make any money, to the point where the MCU is almost a dead IP. Like, you can cry about it, but Marvel spent 5 years doing what you're talking about, doing exactly what you're talking about. Matt Kadish, SaltyNerd.com, says folks who look like you and don't have penises had the last 5 years of movies and TV shows dedicated to them. John De La Rose, Pop Culture and Gaming, says Marvel learned their audience are mostly white straight males and that they've lost a ton of money trying to force the audience to be other.
It's not even a black and white issue. Let me break it down to you guys like this. It's a population per capita issue. Straight white men are like the majority of the population when it comes to IP, like Marvel, Star Wars, used to be Doctor Who, things like that used to be entirely male dominated. And when you go and you take these franchises, kill all the cool characters, ruin all the cool characters, and then just make statement pieces saying this show is no longer for you, the proper audience isn't going to show up. That being said, when it comes down to specifically this, oh man, I just lost my train of thought for a second. Fuck.
Otherwise for superhero movies. David Blake points out the Marvels failed, Eternals failed, Shang-Chi failed.
It's essentially it's a population thing. Like when you pander to the smallest possible audience, you can't expect a lot of monetary results. That's where my mind was going. Uh, When when you make all these movies and take them from really lucrative audiences and then kind of compress them down and throw them at the smallest common denominator, you're gonna get the smallest amount of like kickback possible. You're not going to make the money that you thought you were going to make when you were actually making good content for the audience that it was intended for.
Thunderbolts failed. Brave New World failed. The characters people actually want to see and that have a track record of success are primarily white and male. The goal is to appeal to the actual fan base, not to repel them.
I'm actually delighted to see Disney and Marvel getting back to the business of business. In crafting the MCU, they went too far to the extremes. Everyone should have a seat at the table, including horror of horrors, white males. This is a very strange take coming from DeMeo.
It is a very strange take indeed. I, for one, am very glad to see these old heroes returning, and I'm hoping that Avengers Endgame will initiate a reboot for the MCU to get away from all the propaganda and get back to just telling great stories with excellent characters, regardless of their race or color or gender, not skewed towards anyone. This hostility toward white males needs to stop if we're ever going to move forward into a better future. You can't treat racism like a baton in a marathon, handing it off to one group who is on the outs, then to another group on the outs further down the line. We need to throw that baton away for good and stop filtering everything through racial and gender prisms that further divide us. I'm an old-fashioned Star Trek fan. I think everyone should be included. I think past grievances should be allowed to fade, and I think we should all move forward together with a clean slate and a renewed dedication to the notion that all are created equal, are worthy of respect, and should be included. This is one way we can make 2026 a better year moving forward. Why don't we give it a try? From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, Happy New Year.
Well, that's this particular video. Um, this shit it's coming to a head. If I can be totally blunt, I don't think any of these media companies can survive pandering to the lowest common denominator. I think that they just need to nut up, fucking scrap all that shit, and just start making good, soulful content again. And then the money will flow. It's literally that simple. You make good things, the majority of people will hop on it. No brainer. Well, that's my rant. I'll see you in the next one.